I guess you guys may hear that American muscle passing by in the background. And this is part two of my Memorial Day talk. I wanted to give the first part and save it for my soldiers and give them the respect and love they deserve. But now we need to talk about what is going on in America. Are you guys enjoying Donald Trump? Eh, I kind of am, but not really. He's half. It's both sides. The Democrats do half of what I want, the Republicans do half of what I want. But they never finish the job. I told people after the first 100 days and before he got in office, all this crap he's promising, 40% of it he's actually going to finish and do. And really, most presidents only get about 20% of what they tell you they're going to do done. Everything else, they're going to say, oh, the other guy stopped us and I couldn't get it passed and I couldn't give you health care and I couldn't help with your student loans and I couldn't help with this. But no problem. I definitely did raise our military debt up another 20%. I dang sure did. Had no problem giving some rich people some tax breaks so they can pass on $300 million to their kids with no problem. Oh, that was easy. But getting you what you've asked for the last 20 years, we just can't seem to get it done. Guys, stop falling for this trick. It's like a bad boyfriend who treats you terrible and he keeps telling you, baby, I'm sorry. He is not sorry. And if she's terrible, she is not sorry. They're going to keep doing it and they're going to keep doing it. And that's why I continue to run for president until eventually you have had enough. So let's talk about what's going on right now. Trump is trying to get the war things. Perfect example. He promised, I'm going to stop wars day one. Oh, very bigly, very special, bigger than anyone's ever seen, right? What war has been stopped? Israel still kicking strong. Netanyahu's dropping bombs like it's a holiday. You got my man up in Ukraine and Russia. They're dropping drones on each other like it's Thursday night fights. And his whole goal is he's trying to get some land and some resources out of Ukraine and basically Crimea, which we have been fighting over since Obama and before. Clinton had to deal with Crimea. This is a 30-year-old issue. It is a port where they take in resources. They have importing and exporting from there. We are affecting their port of trade. So that's why they have a problem with Crimea. That's why Russia wants the eastern side of Ukraine. He don't want the rest of Ukraine. He could care less. He got kids too. He don't want to blow up the world just like everybody else. Don't nobody want their kids underground for the next 400 years. He's a human, just like you're a human. Just like people in China are humans. People in India are humans. They're not monsters sitting around plotting your demise. Don't believe these things. And he's trying to fix it. And he could get them ended, but the problem is Trump is a businessman, so he's trying to get a little bit of Gaza land. He wants a little bit of Crimea. He won't just say, hey, why don't you guys just part ways? You keep this, you keep this. Stop blowing up little children with my millions of dollars, which I, for some reason, don't have for Americans, but I got 100 billion for you to protect my democracy 8,000 miles away. I guess blowing up 8-year-olds 8,000 miles away is protecting my democracy. Maybe I'm the one that's got a drinking problem here and not the rest of the country. So point is, they're trying to stop it, but Donald Trump is trying to be greedy. Look at the situation with the Houthis. The reason the Houthis are attacking the ships with the oil is because of the Israel situation. Well, Trump can't get Netanyahu to stop. So what did he do? He went to the Houthis and was like, yo, I know you got a problem with him, but stop attacking our oil ships. You want to know why? Because he did those tariffs and he needs prices to go down. If you're attacking the oil prices go up and your gas prices go up and then your eggs cost more. So if you notice, when he cut back on the tariffs, he made the deals with the other guys to stop attacking our stuff. Your eggs will drop down about $2 or $3. I don't drive, but I'm sure gas is going down a little bit too. But everything else hasn't. You want to know why? Because his rich friends, they won't let him do it. And that's why I had trouble even getting this bill passed just now. The big fantasy bill, the big beautiful bill, whatever he wants to call it. I mean, it's like a child is running our country. I don't know how you people vote for this, but I used to vote for Democrats for 30 years, so I understand. Secondarily, the tariff situation. Guys, it's actually working. Without the tariffs, would you know that all designer bags came from China and you were getting charged $1,200 overpriced? $50 in China, $30,000 for you. Would you know that without tariffs? Would Elon Musk be going broke and running for the hills right now without tariffs causing trouble? Nope. Would Amazon, would Jeff Bezos, would all these guys be panicking and freaking out like I lost 140 billion? I'm from Philly. So what? Money? You don't care about my student loans. You don't care about my health care. You don't care about my housing. You don't care about my food. Why should I care about your 180 billion? It's fake money anyway. They don't even have because they don't create anything. All they do is buy stuff, get it evaluated, then sell it to another rich guy who buys it for twice as much, and then they charge us more because they sold it to each other. That's why your houses are $500,000 right now instead of 30,000 back in the 70s when my mom and my daddy bought a house. How in 20, 30 years there's a 500% jump in housing? It's the same house they built back in 1920. Why is it $1 million now? It took four dudes and a pack of beer to make that house. Now all of a sudden, I need to pay you $500,000 and be locked in for $500,000 until I die. Think about with interest. So it ain't just the base price. Oh no, there's more. And you got to keep the house up, and you got to pay the taxes. Yeah. Why your wages ain't going up? Because they've been stagnated since the 70s. So yes, Trump is doing some things. The immigration scenario is another situation that everybody's caught up about. Of course, just like they do with the military, there was going to be collateral damage. The government, they're careless like children. They don't take the time to treat things like a scalpel. They're hammer guys. So that's why you have people getting deported by mistake and college students getting kicked out of school. And it's messed up. And you want to give everybody a chance, but on the same hand, I think we got a little too carried away showing too much love to the rest of the world. So I agree with parts of it, but I don't like the careless stuff. There's no reason to be careless. What's the rush? We've already been messing up for 10, 20, 15 years. What's a couple of weeks to make sure you're actually getting rid of somebody that we would consider a questionable person and not what we would consider a good person? So remember that. Yes, up and down. And this is why I'm an independent. I like half of what they do, but they always mess the other half up. And don't even get me started on the Democrats. They're still talking about Donald Trump, and they're going through this thing about Joe Biden. Now, did you guys notice that they just told us that Joe Biden actually had cancer his entire presidency since 2018? He's just been hiding it. And then you notice why he got all weird? Because he's probably been on chemo for the last 4 years. That's why he has good days and bad days. You never known anybody on chemo? I do, because we have terrible health care and half my family has had to go through it, along with dialysis and whatever else you can find. And you know what? They have good days, they have bad days. Some days they're cranky, some days they're off, some days they can't think. Joe Biden. And then now we come to find out Mr. Jake Tapper and all the rest of these jerks who looked us in the face and insulted us and told us he's perfect, best Joe Biden I ever seen. Now they're like, yeah, it was like 200 people. He wasn't even running the office. Really, his son was the head of chief, and his family was pretty much making the calls. And they auto pen signed everything for like 4 years. He literally had no idea what was going on. This is a crime, by the way, guys. Put me in office, somebody but going to jail. Bunch of butts going to jail. Put me in office. Because this is a crime. They stole your goddamn country, and a bunch of people that wasn't in office ran your country while some old dude was peeing in his pants, being cute. I'm tough. I'm old. Yeah, well, you can't remember your name either, boy. Ridiculous. Just like Ronald Reagan. They did the same thing with Ronald Reagan. If you don't remember, that second term, Nancy Reagan ran the country for 2 years while he was walking around holding a teddy bear calling him Buddy. They do this to us all the time. Screw both parties. What else is going on in our country right now? The recent shootings out at the White House church. So back in DC, I don't know if you guys heard, some whack job, strangely a Latino gentleman, his name was Rodriguez. I'm like, what is this? What is this, the new thing? Is everybody taking turns acting like the crazy school guys? I thought this was a Caucasian thing, but apparently my brown and black brothers are starting to pick up on this we crazy running up on people doing political stuff. So this Mr. Rodriguez, he recently took down a young lady and her husband who are about to get married. I mean, Jesus Christ, could you have picked a worse target, dude? Two 20-something-year-old people about to get married, going to church, and then you're yelling and screaming like you did something. This is not the way. But you won't vote, though. You run out and do something like that, but I can't get you to vote. Did you know only 40 to 60% of the country votes every year? 40 to 60%. That means half the country is just sitting at home doing nothing, plotting out crazy stuff like this guy did. But all you could do is come vote for me, and I would be president, and it would all be fixed. So remember that. What else do we need to take care of right now on this wonderful Memorial Day? God, the sun is looking good. The sun is looking good. I might have to go hunt me down a floaters because I do look pretty nice. Hope you guys like my outfit. I'm trying. I'm trying. But lastly, I just want to say this, guys. I know everything seems bad, but I want you to remember while you're going to the store today, somebody's getting dug out from under rubble in another country, and we paid for it. Think about that. You're going to Starbucks, some little baby is getting dug out from under a rock in another country, and you're cool. Is that cool? Should we be comfortable with that? Should we be sitting around like, well, that's only over there. It's only 20,000 that went down. Oh, it's only 500,000 people that have left this planet in the last year. Oh, nothing. I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm the one drinking here, but it seems like we really need to remember you have a mother, they have a mother. You have a brother, they have a brother. You have a sister, they have a sister. Are you getting where I'm going? So just like you care about everything you see and you care about the kids, getting in these arguments in these court cases, you want to free Puff Daddy for whatever reason and send them back to my community. I don't know why. We don't want him back, by the way. We don't want Harvey Weinstein back either. Be quiet, let it happen. That's another lesson we need to deal with. And we need to be like that. Start caring about people, guys. It's Memorial Day. People lose their lives for you. So you can act crazy, so you can decide to have a job or not, so you can decide to be in love or not, so you can decide to work or not, or be good or be bad, so you can decide to go to jail or be free, so you can decide to create or not create, be a worker or be a bit, all because the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the National Guard people, even though they are led by a bunch of buffoons who send them into the worst situations we can imagine, which needs to be cut back, by the way, and I'll be cutting that back about 60% once in office. We're not doing all this blowing people up for no reason anymore. But the people that go, the people driving those tanks, the people flying those planes, the people running on the ground and laying in the dirt, dodging bullets, losing arms, friends' legs getting blown off. I know a man who recently, he told us how he got shot in the face doing this for us. Man's face is completely distorted right now. Completely. Like a monster in a movie. He did that for you. He did that for me. So you remember that when you decide to say, hey, let's just go off and tear people up. This is America. And I want you to always remember, call for president, Tony 2028, Tony 2032, and I'm going to keep adding 4 years and coming back and annoying you until one day, we've had enough. Live well, bless yourselves, and may all the gods, whoever you love, bless this country and this planet and every human, because we are one. Peace. Pretty good. Pretty good.